Right, so the Rise of the Empire is only part of the Saga bundle for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, and it is going to be available at the end of September for everybody else. It contains Luke and Leia. So, Abe, what do you think of this playset?
I like it a lot, actually. I mean, this is, if you want to pick one playset of the three that feels closer to your 1.0 and 2.0 playsets, I think this one might be it. It definitely plays a lot like the other two Gobo playsets, which were the Avengers and Pirates, I believe.
It's Guardians.
Guardians, sorry. Guardians and, I don't know why I said Avengers. Guardians and Pirates, I believe. Anyways, it's still awesome. There's so many hidden Easter eggs. When I started playing it, you feel the story. Obviously it's nostalgic to Star Wars, the movies. And then it's exploration. There's a lot of missions you get to do. You get to go work for Jabba. I mean, you get to go do stuff on the Millennium Falcon. I mean, you got so many things that brings you back to the movies. There was probably one thing that I didn't like, which was kind of a bummer, but when I first put this playset down, I said, like, well, all right, well, I'm going to stay true to the movies, and I'm going to be Luke when I start out. So I'm basically trying to go to a certain location in the very beginning with Luke, and I'm attacking and doing certain things with a lightsaber, because Luke already had a lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then I get to the cutscene where I find Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he decides to give me a lightsaber to use. So I'm like, okay, this is different.
I actually had the exact same thought when I did it last time. I'm going, I actually thought for a second, have I been using a lightsaber, or did I use the blast? I actually second guessed and going, was I actually using the second? No, and it's like, no, yeah, the same thing happened to me.
I almost wish they had like programmed that very beginning part where you can only use your blaster, but
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, other than that, it's cool, man. I mean, like I said, you'll find a lot of Easter eggs. Like, for example, I posted a picture on Instagram. I found Jar Jar Binks frozen in carbonite inside Jabba the Hutt's palace. So it's kind of cool. But no, man, it's an awesome playset. I love it. It's cool to be, your classic characters: Leia, Luke, Han, Chewie, and even Darth Vader. Darth Vader's my favorite. So.
Yeah, I must admit, because I only had Luke and Leia, but luckily, but see, this is the odd one. Is Boba Fett is you have to get the crossover coin or the champion coin. He's not. I thought he was going to be a standard Rise of the Empire one, but he's not. He's just a crossover. But they did such a cool thing. They literally got that ship above the pit, and his crossover coin is right on the plank. And I thought that's a bit ironic, putting it just the point where they killed him. It was just like, okay, but yeah, I mean, he's so much fun in the playset as well.
No, yeah, I love how they do little things like that because I mean, not jumping back to Twilight, but when you're in Tatooine in Twilight, behind this like cellar door, with Jabba's guards, you see Han Solo's little crossover coin. So it's like little things that they do with the story like that. But like, no, going back to Rise, yeah, just to find the crossover coins in certain locations like that is awesome. But I love how you actually will drop stuff into the pit and it'll start like regurgitating all of it all over the place. If you throw in a little person, it spits it out, but it's all covered in like all this saliva and stuff. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I must admit, I threw in a jar and it kind of was spitting all that.
It's all covered.
But I mean, the space battles as well. That feels quite different. Feels very it's quite fast, quite moving things. I thought that works really well. Again, it makes it feel very different than the other play sets, and just in general, just a lot of fun. I think that was the thing. I mean, I remember I was on the Tatooine bit and I was in there for hours just doing the levels on Tatooine, and I wasn't just to get enough credits to buy the Millennium Falcon to get off the ship thing, and I was just like, man, there's loads to do, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface on. If I've only really explored Tatooine a bit, really, and a bit of space.
Oh no, yeah, I was there for a while doing more missions, and I was surprised I was not finished. I kept going, so that's when I decided just to keep going with the story. But one thing that you said that I think I lost my trail of thought there. But, oh yeah, the space battles. I wanted to point this out just for people who are listening that we know we've already had flying vehicles in the game before, obviously in 1.0 and 2.0, and when you fly these vehicles and the ones for space, they work differently. Because I found myself trying to, because in a flying vehicle in 2.0 or whatever in the toy box, you still steer with the left analog stick, but at the right analog stick you would point your camera so you know where you're going. Well, the spaceships is different because you control everything with the left analog stick. The right one does maneuvers, and it'll flip you backwards, does a barrel roll and everything like that. So I found myself going in the opposite direction several times because I'm trying to adjust the camera. So that's one thing that you have to get used to is just use the left button all the time when you're using the space vehicle. But other than that, it's awesome. I love the space. I love how you can slow them down.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one thing that I noticed on both playsets. I forget what they're called, but they have this random collection thing where they have these little things, these little flying dragon things. What's the term?
Oh,
I know there's a term for them.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you can find them everywhere, and
Minox, yeah.
Thank you. They have them everywhere, and like you can even see them on space. They're flying, so like the only way you can do it is slow down that space vehicle and aim and start shooting at it. So otherwise, you can't land. So.
Does it go to Minox or something? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's literally, I remember because I shot a few of them and suddenly it said like 100. There's obviously must be like 100 in the whole game or something that you unlock, which is kind of cool little. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So Travis, have you actually had a chance to get to play the Rise of the Empire playset?
I played the demo levels, which was the trench run, the Death Star, the initial part of Hoth with the AT-ATs. And the beginning parts of Endor with the speeder bike.
Yeah.
I hope it. I was told that with the demo that they were tweaking the speeder bike and the lightsaber, not the light, the X-wing. The trench run, the X-wing would basically like be 2/3 to 3/4 into the wall before it would explode, which would cause issues, and the speeder bike would run over rocks or trees no problem, but then when it came to a person, like a townsperson, it would like explode and knock me off if I just like went over a townsperson. So there was a little tweaking, and I'm pretty sure that they were focusing on that. That's what they told me. So.
I don't remember in the trench run having any issues at all. Okay. I don't remember having a single issue when I did the trench run. I think it's one of those things with this one is like I said earlier, I almost feel like I like the idea that this is out in September for people because, in all honesty, if this wasn't available in that Saga bundle, there was enough to do with the other play sets and stuff at the beginning, and it would have been nice to kind of I think people that haven't got it and maybe on Xbox or Wii or something like that didn't buy that Saga bundle, you've got a lot to look forward to, and I think in some ways it's nice. Not having it right now would allow you to kind of explore those other areas a lot more.
Right.
I think it just felt so overwhelming having like 3 play sets and expansion pack and a toy box all at once. Just felt like I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to do first. And
I'm not planning on getting it. So I can hold off. I'm good with what I got. My days are limited. My time's limited anyhow. So why spread it out even more?
Roger,
I did.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I did love being able to control the AT-ATs with the remote control. I think that in the toy box, I think that's amazing, and I think it's a cute little tidbit. It makes it look more like a toy than anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Roger, I was going to ask you because you did say for those who did not get the Saga bundle, they're looking forward to having Rise. For those of us who already have Rise but ended up not getting the Saga bundle because of it, and there's no Boba for us, what do you think about that? Like, is Boba really amazing, or can you live without him till January?
Right, I'm going to be honest with this one. Right, Boba Fett is awesome in playsets because he's got the guns and he can jump and stuff. However, for me, he is the go-to toy box builder of choice for 3.0 because he is the only flyer from launch, And yes, I could pop down Iron Man or something like that, but I want to use the new fig toys. I don't want to. And so for me, using for the next few, for a while now, I'm going to be. He is going to be my go-to guy for building toy boxes because he can fly. He just feels like Iron Man because he's blasting down and he's got the big rocket that shoots at the. When he does this and it shoots at his back. It feels like Iron Man. And so that's kind of, but yeah, I must admit, I think I am going to be using him a lot because he's going to, I think up until Hulkbuster comes out, he's going to be the one that I'll be using for toy box building.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, cool. So then I just have until November to look forward to because that's exactly what I was going to do, is use Hulkbuster.
Although I did notice that Boba is in the Hall of Heroes currently, so I don't know. I was iffy on if he's needed for the ultimate unlock, and I'm thinking he might be now because he's in there. But
yeah, I would expect so. I think it's just generally. I think everything that is. I think the unlock would probably just be all the stuff that's like this year. I don't know if they count January, or I don't know if they're going to include Spot, Judy, and Nick in there because they're all in that kind of what's in the game right now. That's how I'm sort of feeling. It's like unless they're gonna chuck in the Force ones, and who knows.
They're gonna have to patch in the Force ones, and Spot should be out in November.
Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing about Boba Fett. You were saying that the Sarlacc pit and stuff like that. No spoilers, but stuff came out last night from Hasbro that Boba's. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Boba Force Awakens. We're gonna go with that. So.
Yes. Right. Okay. So we are.
Well, can I just say really fast that just seeing the Starlight Pit regurgitate stuff just kind of gives everybody ideas. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. So. Right. Okay.